Okay. Welcome everybody to this Haverhill Town Council Civic Events meeting here on 14th July 2026. As usual, anything we decide here has to be ratified by leisure and community or under delegated powers by the town clerk. So item number 2, then Colin, apologies for absence, please.
Yes, Chair. Apologies from Max, from Gary Wilson, from Councillor Miller-Jones and Councillor Lucarini.
Okay, lovely, thank you. I know there's a West Suffolk meeting on tonight. Okay, declarations of interest and requests for dispensation, anybody? There shouldn't be. Okay. Minutes of the previous meeting held on the 18th of May. Hopefully you've all seen them. So can I have a proposer, please? Councillor Davidson, seconded by...
Can I just make a point, John?
Yeah, sorry.
I think that in D, you've got Sunday the 15th of November for Remembrance Service, and I think it's on the 8th.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm just scrolling down. Sorry, yes. Okay, subject to that amendment. You happy with that, Councillor Davidson? Seconded, I saw Councillor Cox. All those in favour, please show. Okay, thank you very much. Matters arising not on the agenda. Obviously, we're going to talk about it, but we'll note that change. Well spotted, Charmin. Right. So let's review things. Suffolk Day. Well, I can talk about that. I raised the flag on the morning of the 21st and brought it down again on the morning of the 22nd, I think it was actually, because I forgot to do it on the evening. But nothing extraordinary, I'm afraid, happened on that day. Armed Forces Week flag, we raised it on afternoon of the 22nd, Monday. I thought that went pretty well. I did a video of it. Anyone got comments on that?
I thought it went very well. I think we need to remember what we did, because when we all arrived, we seemed unsure, but it actually worked rather well.
No, I think it worked well with them in a sort of half semicircle, I'm going to say it. We had more people there than I expected, to be honest with you. So I thought that went very well. I even managed to play the national anthem. Although I did notice actually on the recording, there's a little, in the first second, there's a hiccup. I need to strip that out. Anyone got any comments on flag raising? No. Okay, we'll move on to the actual day on the Saturday, the 27th, another hot day, of course. Again, I thought went pretty well. Anybody got any comments on Armed Forces Day at all?
Just one, please, if possible.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, sorry, I can sorry, yeah.
Okay. On the flag raising of it, we gave you the veterans to do it. We gave you the units, i.e. Army, Navy and Air Force to do it. But I thought it was quite dead. There was no national anthem played behind the veterans raising the flags for you. The year before there was a national anthem, and the year before that was a national anthem as well. This year, for some reason, there was no national anthem. Don't know why, but I just thought that was quite poor. And so did most of the veterans.
Okay, there were a couple of things, and I'll get on to you, Adam, in a sec. Sorry. Couple of things. There was something not quite right, because the speech from the mayor was disjointed from the flag raising somewhat. I don't know what happened there. I don't know whether we ever planned to play the national anthem, but I'll bow to others' judgment, because I didn't think we did it last year. But anyway, let me just come to Adam, because he's got his hand up. And hello, Adam. Sorry, by the way. Are you muted? Can't hear you. You're not showing as muted.
May need to re-choose your microphone.
Oh, go on. Say
Can you hear
something.
me?
Yeah, go on.
Gee, sorry, it reset my microphone. My point wasn't around that from, so let Stephen go first and I can come in. Mine was just a point from a cadet perspective.
Okay.
But finish that with Stephen. Mine's separate to that.
All right. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, sorry, Stephen. I mean, if we have to do things differently, but of course, on Monday was the national anthem and everything. But normally we have the mayor say something, and immediately afterwards is the flag raising.
It was quite, comments were brought up, but it was quite dead. It's not like, it wasn't like the normal flag raising, which we would have done on Armed Forces Day in the previous years. There's always been something played in the background. It doesn't matter if it's national anthem or Royal Britannia, whatever. There needs to be something in the background for the guys to be able to raise the flags to that.
All right, let me come to Colin, because he obviously.
I wonder whether it'd be useful for us to actually have a stage manager for that particular section, because it was, again, not entirely clear what everybody was supposed to be doing, who was doing what, where they were. Various people fulfilled their roles individually, but I didn't think it was kind of all together. And I wondered whether, if we had somebody, perhaps also in terms of emceeing, to actually let people know what's going on as well, would help. Because I do understand what Steve is saying, in terms of how it went, because it kind of finished, they went up, and then there was, Steve did a dismissal, which at least gave some sort of end to it. But it did seem like we perhaps need to think about that kind of ceremonial part. If we have somebody whose role it is specifically to introduce things and make sure everyone's in the right place, I think that'd be really quite useful.
Yeah, I agree that it was flat, that little part of the day, and that could be improved, definitely.
I was a bit confused, because I tried to film it and it was a mad rush. But no. Okay, well, that's something we need to consider for next year, obviously. Put it on the list, as it were. Sorry, Adam, coming back to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight from the event that was there. Apologies, I wasn't there, but the feedback was good. But equally, just to acknowledge that due to new regulations under cadet forces, we did have to amend our uniform for the weather. So just to highlight that we wouldn't have normally have paraded in a community event without our best blues, especially at such an event. However, mandatory requirements behind the scenes meant that we had to adjust our dress to what we attended in our polo shirts.
I think Caitlin said that, I think, on the day, and it was like, oh, absolutely, we had no problem with them going for their hot weather gear in such conditions.
Yeah, I just wanted to note that that's why we had done it. It was a distinctive choice under safety grounds.
The Glen Morriston did their summer uniform as well, so
it makes absolute sense, and to be honest with you, they all look smart anyway. So I was pleased to see them there. Okay, I did film a lot of the event. Unfortunately, I haven't got around to editing anything yet. So I will get something out there, hopefully, in the next couple of months, if anything, if not before, just as a record of what went on. Anybody else got anything on Armed Forces Day? Otherwise, I thought it went well.
Well, Glen Morriston have requested that if we want them next year, that we book nowish. So it's a decision for now rather than later. And also the Bluebird girls were very popular, and they suggest, as they would suggest it, but they did suggest if we want them back, that we book at this stage as well.
Yeah, I think on the Bluebell Girls were good. I've listened back to a little bit of their the film I took, because I took it down to the West Country with me and I was looking at my new laptop. I just found them at one point they were facing the square, and the next bit it was facing the drab bit. And I know there was a couple of people there dancing and everything. And I didn't know whether that was because the crowd had just thinned out.
Yeah, it was because the crowd at the front had thinned out, so they would be sort of performing to fewer people.
Yeah.
The original way.
I don't know whether there's any way to.
It was because they were the Drabbit drinkers there.
Yeah,
So everyone was
yeah.
there on the picnic tables.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're actually listening to it too much, but there's a few
I
people.
think everyone was enjoying it. But
Yeah. Okay. Just as a consideration, and I'm not suggesting this at all. It came up at leisure last night that the Scouts had the Colchester Pipe Band for their St George's Day Parade over in what's it called, Long Melford. Don't know anything about them, but I just thought I'd mention it as a potential other source if we ever get stuff like that.
Brian has his hand up.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking around there.
Yes.
I'm looking at my notes. Sorry, Brian.
Yes, sorry, John. With reference to the girls singing towards the Drabbit, one of the things we did notice, and it's probably a mistake on our part, the people that were organising the vehicles, we stuck 2 vehicles right in front of where they would have been performing, or 3 vehicles, and to be honest, we couldn't see them.
No, you have to keep walking around everything.
And the flag raising as well, we couldn't really see that.
Yeah.
I think in future we need to leave a bit of space, and that may have been a reason why they turned towards the Drabbit, because they were getting more of a response there than they were on the Market Square.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, where you had to keep walking around vehicles to get to the stage, as it were. Okay, all right. Point well taken. Anything else on the Armed Forces Day? No. Okay. Moving on then quickly to item 6D, Delta. 250th anniversary of Declarations of Independence. Councillor Tony Brown and myself raised the flag on the morning of the 4th of July. I actually took it down the next day only because I forgot. I did have a quick play of part of the national anthem on my phone as I found it, but it was only me and Tony there. Nobody else was there anyway. But that was it. I don't think there's anything really more to say about it.
We got a nice reply from Haverhill, Massachusetts, thanking us for the letter sent from our mayor to theirs.
Okay.
They thought that was a very nice thing to do.
Okay. Good.
And we of course had the article in the Echo. The 2 Haverhills.
I just wish
She was put in deliberately that week.
No, it's just the fact you have to pay for that. I could get annoyed. Okay, so that's the civic event so far this year. Let's move on then to the last 2 events, which seem a long way off at the moment. Remembrance Sunday, as it quite correctly says, the 8th of November, not the 15th. I'm just going to ask one question before, and let's call it. We still haven't. Where's Vicky? We still haven't had any response from the care homes, have we? Just shake your head. That's fine. There's 2 things. I just want to reconfirm with the group that 1 is we film the thing, and 2 we live stream it. Live stream is not, as an incremental workload, it's very small compared to filming it. So Councillor Green is quite happy to do his editing bit, whatever you want to call it, directorship. So I'm planning to film it as usual and live stream it. We can still send the link off to the care homes, but it would really nice to get a positive response from them, as that's the primary reason we're doing it. So we may have to ask them. Anybody got any questions on the filming side of things? No. Okay. Right. Remembrance Sunday itself. We normally get together. Steve and where's Adam gone over there, and others. Ryan Charmian. September time, don't we? Do a walkabout the route and around the cemetery. I think, well, nothing's changing, but just to clarify anything from last year. Is that all right with you, Steve and Adam?
Yeah, as long as I've got a set date where I know that I can get there or be there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that, and Adam as well. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to support as long as it's on a day. I can do so. Probably something to pick up offline to get the dates. What I can confirm is I've already drafted the PME to submit up to higher headquarters, and I've also there's some additional requirements come out through Helix around this year, which I'm already looking to consider. But I will probably need to speak to Gary on that, Colin. If that's okay, just around some additional security requirements with the introduction of Martin's Law.
Yeah, and also we have already got the road closure side of things done. Gary did that early this year. Just see whoever management company managed to do what they're told, but we'll see. Is there anything else on Remembrance Sunday that we need to consider? Stephen, at all? Anything
No, we've got nothing else to consider, but I just want to quickly bring some attention to the Poppy appeal, if that's okay.
Yeah, I put it online for you the other day. Yeah,
I didn't actually. To be honest with you, it was very hard for me to catch up on stuff. Last year, the Poppy appeal for Haverhill, I didn't manage to get the figures out to you all. Actually raised 40,500.
I mean, how do you do that?
I mean,
that's like the war week during the Second World War, you know.
The way it worked was because, and Adam will say as well, we had the cadets involved this year.
Right.
Where they haven't involved the youth organisations, that's where the struggle has been. But on top of that note as well, I'm going to need to speak to some people to try and set something up, because we've actually got a lady who is coming up to her 50th anniversary for poppy collecting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to need to try and set up something big with everybody so we can try and get a certificate or her medal awarded to her, if that's okay with it. I just wanted to bring it to your attention, if that's okay.
Yeah, sounds good. No, and very well done on the 40-odd grand.
Well, it's the first time Haverhill's ever gone over that target, so
that's really good. Well done. And especially in the times they are.
I think Adam will think the air cadets were quite selling things quite well last year.
Yeah, no worries. If we'll link in with you, Stephen, by email in terms of making sure they're on the training program, because I will need to submit those.
I'll get the letter out to you, Adam.
That'd be great. Thanks, Stephen.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention, just to let you know what they're all up to and how they're doing things.
All right. Okay, well, we're expecting a dry day on the 8th of November. We don't, hopefully somebody's working on that one. I don't think there's any other changes from last year, if anyone can remember. Brian and Charmin, you got anything to say on anything? You've organised the buglers, I saw, that's good. No? Anybody else? No? Okay, right, let's move on then. To the final item on the nearest down on the agenda is Christmas civic service, but again that's lost Vicky and Laura and Colin, I guess, and Max, of course. You normally do this nearer the time, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, sorry, go on, Vicky.
The mayor has for some school children to sing from council.
So you're very I don't know if anyone else heard that. No. So you're very quite loud. So again?
The range for some children to sing.
Oh, children to feel, okay.
Yes, we probably would need to contact the schools in September. So they have a good run up at it.
Yeah, the new classes, as it were. Yeah. Councillor Cox, Quinn.
Just a couple of things to bear in mind when we're organising it. One, something I found as mayor that I think I'd left it too late to talk to Vicky about was that we were probably the only civic service that didn't allow the charities to talk, because that was my fault. I asked too late, and I just think it's something to bear in mind that every other civic service I've been to, the charities always get an opportunity just to let people know what they're possibly giving their money for. And just to bear in mind, at the end, we hadn't made an announcement to people to go back to the arts centre, so it was a little bit chaotic at the end, to trying to make sure people knew. It was all sorted, but just small things just to make sure we've added those things in so people are aware.
On the returning to the arts centre, that's not for everybody though, is it? I don't know.
I wasn't aware that it wasn't. I mean, but I don't think anybody was aware what was happening at the end. So we had to sort of just make sure people were standing at the back and tell them where to go.
Okay, Vicky said Max normally announces it.
Yeah, I don't think we did. It's not a problem. It was just at the end there. It was we just had to remind people in person. So it's just making sure we make sure that that is announced at the end. And as I say, the other thing was that all the other civic services have been, whether we agree with it or not, the charities have had a chance to let people know what their charity is all about.
Okay. Well, I think that's.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to give you my apologies. I'm going to have to jump offline. I've got a problem come up with work.
Yeah. Steve, thank you very much for attending. Cheers, mate. I guess that's Vicky, Colin, Max, and Laura to sort out. Yeah, probably in September, as has been said. Thank you for that, though. Right, anything else at all? Anybody else got any other subjects they want to talk about regarding the civic events or anything? If not, date of next meeting is Monday the 12th of October. For those who may or may not see, have a good summer or whatever you're doing. And we'll close the meeting at